Getting ready for the show right now. Getting ready. Very strange. Hmm. Open broadcaster is just never the same each time. Each time, it's a new thing. Let's see. Aha. Now we're getting there. Watch this one. There it is. Masterpiece. Now you can see the like button. It was all worth it. There are no likes though. Let's get started here. The like button and the chat. Let's see, where's the chat? There it is. Nope, that's not it. One more thing. There's the chat. Let's see what else we can do here. Nope, not that one. It's the same one. There's the chat. Aha. All right, enough messing with Open Office. Something you could do until the end of time. So, like and share. This is it. We're doing it. Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming, or you'll sink like a stone, for the times they are changing. Come writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no tellin' who that it's namin'. For the loser now will be later to win, for the times they are a-changing. Come senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway. Don't block up the hall. For he that gets hurt will be he who is stalled. There's a battle outside, and it's raging. It'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are a-changing. Come mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend a hand, for the times they are a-changing. The line it is drawn, the curse it is cast. The slow one now will later be fast, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly falling, and the first one now will later be last, for the times they are a-changing. Good morning, Bitcoin. Welcome to the Thomas Hunt Show. Today is Tuesday, March 10th, 2020. The price of Bitcoin is $7,869, up 0.99%, with a high of 8,166, a low of 7,725. That's $1 for 12,728 Satoshis. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 1.19% so far today, with a last of 24,134. Yesterday's close was 23,851, down about 2,000 points yesterday. Checking out our top stories in Bitcoin. Bitcoin's sharp price drop may have been prompted by a $120 million scam sell-off. That's right, Plus Token continues to sell thousands of Bitcoins, perhaps sending the Bitcoin market tumbling down. I attended a Bitcoin conference in VR and still got sick. Maybe VR conferences aren't quite ready for us yet. Maybe we should stick to just Second Life or watching them on video, hanging out in the chat. But who knows? Maybe VR conferences are all the rage. I'll have to try one soon. But the guy has a good point. If you tried it for more than half an hour, I'm not sure you'd be able to do it in the current VR, unless you had a really good rig. Money printed in response to Black Monday shows the shortcomings of fiat. That's right, you can't just print your way out of any problem. And once everyone knows the only tool you have in your toolbox is the money printing tool, you're pretty much out of tools. Coronavirus threatens to close Wall Street. Bitcoin remains resilient. The ever-resilient Bitcoin, so far. Check out our fundraiser, where we have 32 donations on our goal of $1 million. We're getting closer. We had a donor on the 7th, the 5th, and the 4th. Maybe it's a numerology theory. Thanks so much for watching. And now, as promised in the title of the show, the coronavirus, what do we know? Get ready in the chat. I'm looking for you. This is your moment. This is your moment, chat. Basically, this all starts... well, I needed to do the other stuff in the news. Thanks so much for the likes. Look at that like meter. It's immediate now. We have 8 likes. I can tell independently. So we have 8 likes, 22 viewers. Thanks to everybody for watching. Be sure to like this video. But it all starts out, I wanted a Coca-Cola. So, and I'm not supposed to drink Coca-Cola. It's bad for you. It's essentially, it's battery acid. It's poison. It's totally bad for me, but it has caffeine in it. And I was like, that's the thing. It'll wake me up in the morning, make me ready to go. And in exchange for, of course, this highly poisonous and not even whiskeyed, because I haven't even cracked open the coronavirus whiskey. I'm not sure if there's enough to last the whole virus, but there's a lot. So, but yeah, I was like, if I'm going to have that, well, then I should go ahead and explain the coronavirus. So here it is. Let's see, a little bit less videos. Nope, that didn't help. How about this one? Bloop. Just me and you, the chat. So what do we know about the coronavirus as I enjoy my Coca-Cola? All right. So how does it spread? Seems pretty important. Because a friend of mine was trying to judge. Great, thanks. Good one, typer. How does it spread? A friend of mine was trying to judge whether or not she should go out to the bar tonight in New York City. So I called her up and I wanted her to have just at least the basic information. Now, this is the basic information that I have gleaned from the news and stuff. It's probably not 100% accurate. And when I get the numbers wrong, you can tell me. And if I'm wrong later, you can certainly tell me in the comments. So I don't know that much, and I'm willing to learn and to listen to you guys as well. Sterling has a good point right here that it's asymptomatic for 2 weeks. So let's see if I can, here we go. So 2 weeks, no signs. So we wouldn't know that you had it for 2 weeks. So that's how it spreads. I think like each infected person spreads it to like 3 to 5, something like that. It's spread through coughing. Let's see, distance. So being near someone who coughs, sneezes, you can get it through substances, right? So if someone touches something, 6 to 9 days. That's the big one. That's why everyone's into the hand sanitizer, right? So let's see. Distance. So Zazaza has 3 to 6 foot distance here. So you don't want to be near someone who coughs or sneezes. Substance. If someone who has it, let's see, infected, touches something, it could be left there for 6 to 9 days. This is why the hand sanitizer is, people are into that. I can't spell very well. Let's see, where's my clicker? Fix things. All right, so hand sanitizer, no face touching. This is also the gloves theory. But yeah, you don't want to touch your face because then it gets in mouth, eyes, and infected. And again, I might be wrong on these kind of things. I'm not like 100% science here or whatever, but I do think we all want to learn these things. I think it would be good. Let me see if I can move the chat over. Let's see. Here, chat. Why don't you guys be over here right now? Let me know if that's okay. Otherwise, I can move you again. But that seems all right for now. But don't touch your face because then you'll be infected. Maybe it was better before. Still working with this whole open broadcastery thing. Put you guys down here. But eventually people can call in too. But let's see what else we've got. The virus cure production to keep you safe in the alts is about to be cut by 50%. Mouth, eyes, nose. That's a good one. Didn't have mouth, eyes, nose. So that's why all those masks, each infected person spreads to 3 to 5 others. Something like that. So that's like the big problem, is that it's spreading a lot. It spreads really well. So let's see if we get a little smaller. What do we know? How does it spread? By distance. So cough, sneezes. Substances. And sanitizer, no face touching. Gloves. Soap. Soap works by destroying the membrane of the virus. It dries them out. So that's good to know. Soap is good. Don't touch your face. Asymptomatic, so you wouldn't know. There's no signs. When there are signs, like you have a fever, they use those temperature guns on people. So that's a sign. The other signs is it's supposed to be kind of like a pneumonia. I'm going to spell it wrong. Pneumonia seems pretty close to me. So that's a lung problem, right? I mean, we're really talking about lung. And that basically it's kind of unstoppable, right? I mean, it's going to spread to everyone. Everyone's going to get it. We're pretty much all going to get it, right? There's let's skip ahead. Okay, so we talked about how it spreads. We talked about the basic things. It's a virus, whatever. Sure, it came from somewhere, and that's interesting too. But let's skip ahead to end game, right? Like, how do we win or lose in coronavirus? I would say the ultimate end game is self-quarantine for 1 to 2 years. they make a vaccine, which is a weakened version of the virus, and you are cured. Problems: virus could mutate and have to do this again. Obvious problem: no one can stay inside for 1 to 2 years without going insane or running out of supplies. So it's unlikely that like we're going to be the ones that survive through endgame number 1, right? Like we'll call that scenario 1. Self-quarantine for 1 to 2 years. It's much more likely, it seems to me, that you and I and everyone else on Earth is going to go through scenario 2. So do the best you can. Let's see. But get sick anyway. So if you're young, it's set. If you're young, let's say 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, probably okay. Sick for 1 to 2 weeks. Try not to infect others. Have supply at home and people, hopefully, that can help. Then the problem is, though, if you're older, 60, 70, 70 to 80, let's see, you're going to need hospital bed, ventilator, and more care. And then the percentages get bad too. 5%, 10%, 15% of death, right? And it's the percentages are bad if you're overworked or if you don't have good care, if you don't drink water. I mean, there's all kinds of things where the percentages can get worse. So let's see. Okay, so they got more stuff about the infections. So, but let's continue on our end game scenarios because these are pretty much the best things we're doing. So, do the best you can. Get sick anyway. If you're young, you're probably okay. Try to stay at home. Don't get others sick. If you're older, you might need hospital care. There's a potential problem there, like hospitals overcrowded. There's nothing you can really do for that. That's going to happen. Oh, Coca-Cola is so good. It's disgusting. All right, what else do we know about it? People in the chat have some other stuff about it spreading. Seems possibly questionable. It could be fecal matter. Could be bad plumbing infecting people. These seem like long shots, but that's something to know. Plumbing. All right, fine. Let's see. Now we're talking about masks. So our various end games. The other scenario is do the best you can. Don't get sick. Generally, the vaccine thing. So our end games generally provide on either getting sick or getting the vaccine. So vaccine, what is that? Weakened version. Testing needed. Obviously to get the dosing right. So that's where the 0.5 to 1 years pretty much guaranteed for testing. Might not cure all strains. Strains could mutate. Game continues. So obviously the vaccine is not a cure-all, not a panacea, not going to really make this thing go away and not going to bring anybody back from the dead. But that's one of our best end games here, is that we would have a weakened version. Testing of this vaccine is needed for at least half a year to a year, maybe 2 years. Might not cure all strains. Strains could mutate, and game continues. Right? So now we're talking about the various scenarios here. do the best you can. Get sick anyway. Can't seem to make the actual text smaller, but I'll figure that out soon enough. Exit full screen. That's not the right one. I need controls. Let's see. There we go. 24 is a little big. So now protections. Let's talk about mask. Obviously, hospital workers want mask. So, therefore, everyone else wants masks too. Right? We can't deny that. Let's see. They're saying in the chat, regular masks if you are already sick to contain the virus. So, if sick, well, let's just get down a whole like if sick thing. If you are feeling sick, don't go to the emergency room, hospital. Call first. Basically, this is you've got to figure that you're going to get other people sick. Presumably, there's got to be a system set up where presumed after that, like, you know, but consult, like, call emergency, you know, don't mess around. Don't listen to me. We're not saying that you shouldn't not go to the doctor, but what we're just saying is that you should try not to spread it to other people. I don't want to give out any kind of bad advice here, but yeah, they're saying in the chat, let others know you feel sick. Now on the masks, like, wear a mask to protect others from you, right? That's a nice thing to do with the masks. On the masks, there are surgical masks. There are N95, which means 95% masks. There are N99, which means 99% masks. And I'm pretty sure in the U.S., these are almost sold out. Like, so it's a sold out. You could probably get these. The problem is, probably only these work. And then beyond this, we have like rebreathers, like bunny suits. I don't know what they're called. Chem weapons gear. You know what I'm talking about? Like this serious level of stuff. Because you have to like protect. So you're probably not going to have an effective mask. So as far as your plan to go out to get supplies, to get gear, like, I don't know, like a scarf. I don't. Something's better than nothing. Gloves. I mean, are we already at this point? I'm not sure that we're there already, but we're getting closer, right? Let's see. Jeremy says if it starts with a P, it means it's oil resistant, like a P100. Oil resistant. So there are other options. There are certainly other types of masks. We don't know everything about masks. I'm sure a gas mask is probably good. But those are your options. Towers Comics hopes that Burning Man doesn't get canceled. I hope not too, but right now, as you can see, based upon just our basic understanding of the thing, you don't want to be near people that cough and sneeze. You don't want to be touching anything that anyone's touched that they may have had this thing, and then you don't want to touch your face and so on and so forth. So I would say large gatherings are out. Small gatherings are out, right? Like, this is pretty much bad for all entertainment, restaurants. Oh, I can't believe I spelled that right. That's like years of memorization. Crazy French word. Restaurants, No, let's see. Cash is bad. They're saying in the chat, cash is bad. Could spread disease. So large gatherings are out. Small gatherings are out. Bad for entertainment, restaurants, movies, sports, everything. Right? Is licking okay? You can still lick some things, but not other things. And as always, especially in the Me Too era, you have to have permission. So ask before you lick. He has more questions on the on the subject of picking. And of course, as everyone knows, you can pick your nose, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your friend's nose. So that remains true today. Let's see. Can guns protect you from this? No, you cannot protect yourself with guns. there's no way to shoot yourself out of this problem. Unfortunately, there are no options. So pretty much, I mean, I think that we're all going to fall into scenario 2 here. We're going to do the best we can, but we're going to get sick anyway. If you're in the younger age brackets, you're probably going to be okay. You're going to get sick for 1 to 2 weeks. You're going to try not to infect others. We're going to have some kind of a food supply at home. Let's talk a little bit more about scenario 1 beyond this thing. So what else can you do? What are some good things to do if you want to be one of the people who survives and makes it through to the vaccine? So isolate. You could go to a remote location. You could get, more food, water, and stay in. Books, movies, PlayStation, video chat. They've had a thing recently, the Zoom company that I had to start paying because of Google. Their stock doubled, apparently, because people are freaking out about the potential for work from home and the potential need for a good video chat solution like Zoom and so forth. Jeremy says he's having trouble finding an N95 mask for his pet rabbit. It hasn't quite spread into pets yet, but they did say it might have spread to a dog, so that is pretty scary. They're also saying it hasn't spread very much to children, but that just might be a lack of testing, a lack of exposure. I don't believe really. Maybe their immune systems are much stronger. I'm not a doctor. But just theoretically, I think it is going to affect everybody. Like Zaza is saying, it's a perfect time to learn about Bitcoin because you're stuck inside. Let's see. Yeah, learn about Bitcoin. Let's see. Duolingo, which is still mad at me because I haven't done German yet today. Learn a foreign language. Maybe we'll be able to travel again when this is all over. As far as libertarian impulses, nobody likes to be isolated. Nobody likes to be quarantined. All of Italy is quarantined. All of China, basically, was quarantined for a time. So that might happen to us, too. So everyone should be ready for potential quarantined with the books, with the food, so on and so forth. Let's not freak out. Let's just buy an extra tube of this and an extra tube of that and have a flat of soda or whatever it's going to be. Let's have some things ready to go. So let's see. The other options are isolate, immune boosters. Because again, I don't, if I know something, I want you guys to know something. And if I'm wrong on things, I apologize for being wrong on things. This is the middle of the storm. It's been happening for a couple weeks. We've been ignoring it or whatever. But if you've been ignoring it till now and you want to just get the basics, this show hopefully will be a nice way to get the basics. So immune boosters, vitamin C, like the basics, like daily vitamin. Right? I've heard good things about elderberries. I got one that has elderberries and vitamin C, and it's in a gummy. Let's see, neem oil, something called gudichi, something like that. Just immune boosters, though. Like, let's get healthy. So they say in the chat, oregano oil. And again, all these things are fine and good. Whatever works for you is good. If you're not taking one of these, that's good too. But I think the daily vitamin is a good one. I think the vitamin C is a good one. And then also maybe having some other medicine, like cold medicine, flu medicine, can't spell it right or something. I'm spelling medicine. I don't know. But have that on hand too, right? You should have some of that. I mean, I got like ibuprofen at Costco. I got a Costco supply of that, so I'm set now. Aches and pains. And again, yeah, I don't like taking drugs or medicine. I don't not looking to be on that all the time. But if there's going to be a pandemic, and then also personal medicine. So if you take like prescriptions, have extra. So I mean, might have to call ahead to your doctor or go to your pharmacist, make a special trip. But it would be a good idea if you're going to be quarantined inside and you need some kind of special medicine or you need insulin or whatever it is. That's a good one too. Jeremy says you should also brush your teeth a lot and drink Everclear. The idea that alcohol could kill the virus. I definitely think brushing your teeth is a good idea. Let's put that in here. Let's brush your teeth, shower, soap, drink alcohol. So there we go. They say garlic might work. Garlic's a good immune thing. And again, all these things like being healthy, eating salad, eating vitamins, eating well, balanced diet. And you can eat all meat or whatever too if you want, but just eat the right meats, eat the good meats, whatever it is. Let's figure out a way to get through this thing together. So yeah, this is endgame. We're endgaming here. Scenario 1, self-quarantine for 1 to 2 years. They make a vaccine and you are cured. Problems, virus could mutate and you have to do this all over again. Obvious problem, no one can stay inside for 1 to 2 years without going insane or running out of supplies. No friends, girls, etc. So it's a big problem, right? The other things you could do, isolate, go to a remote location, get more food, water, stay in. Have lots of books, movies, PlayStation, video chat. Learn about Bitcoin. Do a Duolingo, foreign language. Read some books. Other things you can do. Immune boosters, vitamin C, daily vitamin, elderberries, neem, guarici, oregano oil, garlic. Other medicine, cold and flu medicine. Prescriptions, have extra on hand. Brush your teeth, shower, use soap, drink alcohol, eat well, balanced diet. And like Jeremy says, watch every single Mad Bitcoins and World Crypto Network episode while you're in quarantine. Just put the playlist on, like and subscribe. That's about it. They say you should... that's an interesting thing. Moonshine Fuel says you should put your daily worn clothes in a different area and change into clean clothes when you get home. That's a good idea. I mean, we're pretty much getting into Gattaca here, right? And where he was burning his clothes and there was DNA on everything and everyone was being scanned and I don't know, but we're getting there, right? What else can we do? Our other end game here is scenario 2. You do the best you can, but you get sick anyway. If you're young, you're probably okay. You're sick for 1 to 2 weeks. You try not to infect other people, have food supply at home, and hopefully people that can help. If you're older, you might need a hospital bed, ventilators, more care. There's bad percentages for the elder people on the death percentages, so it is bad to get it. So if you're older, it's probably going to mean a lot more to you to try to be in scenario 1 rather in scenario 2. Additionally, in the future, hospitals might become overcrowded. Jeremy says old folks' homes, bad, definitely bad right now. Could spread there, and a lot of people could be injured or victims there. Vaccine. What is a vaccine? Well, a vaccine is a weakened version of the virus. How is it? I don't want to get the virus. Well, how is it difficult? Well, it's difficult to figure out the percentage of virus, et cetera, et cetera. So it's going to take at least half a year to 2 years. Really, let's be more realistic here. That's why it's so hard to stay inside forever. So 1.5 to 2 years might not cure all strains. Strains could mutate, and the game continues. On the masks, we know hospital workers want masks, so that means you probably want them. If you're feeling sick, it's not just like you shouldn't just go down there because you could infect other people. You have a little bit of time. even if you are an older person, but you do want to definitely call, get help, go to the doctor, etc. Don't just, no messing around. But talk to other people, call first. Hopefully there's going to be a setup like in other countries where you can drive through and they can figure out if you have the coronavirus. And then if you do, then I don't know, they put you into quarantine, they put you into the system, all that. But basically you don't want to infect others. So it's a time for us to work together as a community. There it is. So, this is about it. The other things we know, surgical masks, you can probably get these, but you probably don't care because the N95s block 95%, the 99s block 99%, and they're probably all sold out or at gouging prices, so you can't really get these. Maybe Jeremy says you could get some other masks, like a P100, or you could get like a rebreather or a bunny suit or chemical weapons gear. You can also try a scarf or gloves. I don't know if any of these will be effective, but mainly you just want to stay inside. This has been coronavirus. What do we know? The other things we know, that just talking here with the chat, it spreads distance of 3 to 6 feet from coughing and sneezing. It could also be on substances if it's left there. It could live for 6 to 9 days. Hand sanitizer is good. No face touching. Gloves and soap. Don't touch your face because then it gets in your mouth, eyes, nose, and you're infected. People who are infected don't show symptoms for 2 weeks. There's no signs. Each infected person generally spreads it to 3 to 5 other people. That's why it's spreading so well. Large gatherings are out. Small gatherings are out. This is bad for entertainment, movies, restaurants, sports. Cash is bad. Use Bitcoin, of course. But no, cash is really bad. It could spread it. People that have it usually have a fever. That's why people use the temperature guns to identify them. It's related to pneumonia, as far as I understand, so it's going to be a lung type disorder. It's generally unstoppable. It might spread through fecal matter or bad plumbing. And the masks require filters, Jeremy's saying, that have different ratings. The one you want is OV, organic vapor, which is usually pink in color. And they're also saying that this could lead people towards an interest in universal health care because things like this really do affect the entire economy and all of our people. We talked about end game scenarios because that's really what this is about. Mainly, if you're some kind of crazy prepper and can stay inside for 1 to 2 years, wait for the vaccine, you're going to be okay. The vaccine won't kill it all, though, so it'll always come back, and there'll always be a potential problem there. We talked about isolating yourself, remote locations, taking immune boosters, generally being healthy, balanced diet, brushing teeth, showering, soap, having alcohol. But for most of us, it's going to be scenario 2. We do the best we can, but we get sick anyway. So if you're young, you're in a reasonable group, probably going to be okay. Be sick for a while, stay home, try not to infect other people. If you're older, you're going to probably need a hospital bed, maybe a ventilator, maybe more care, and that the percentages of mortality in the older groups are not so good. So if you're older, you have more interest to be in group 1. If you're younger, it doesn't matter that much. It's not worth freaking out, but it is probably the end of sporting events and comedy clubs and concerts and all the fun things we like to do and airplanes, at least just for a while. Not the end. Let's not get depressing. It's a temporary stop. We're going to put everything on pause, and then we're going to come back. We talked about vaccines. It's a weakened version. Testing needed. Might not cure all strains. Strains could mutate. We talked about masks, and we talked about what to do and how to call first and get more information. Just generally try not to infect others. So that's about what we know about the coronavirus. We went a little long at 40 minutes here. Thanks to everybody in the chat for chipping in with the information and helping us understand this. I hope this was useful to people. This is just a basic layman's attempt to understand this, not claiming to be doctors or providing medical advice. Zaza says this is also lead to universal basic income if everyone needs income but can't work. This could be a major effect on our society, and we've been talking about it a lot, and we'll keep talking about it, but we just want to get the basics down. The price of Bitcoin is $7,913. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is 24,168. Thanks so much for joining us. Give us a thumbs up and a share. Subscribe down below. Hit the bell for notifications. And until next time, bye-bye.